What's up, y'all? It's Loren Gray. I was just on the Zach Sang show. We talked about my new single, upcoming music, my one-eyed cat, my boyfriend, and why I hate influencer parties. Go watch it.
Let's do this. Zach Sang show.
I was watching your TikTok. 5'9", like you could be taller. Like no offense, like maybe you want to be tall. But you could be.
Right. I could.
And
be.
and life could be way harder.
Yeah, absolutely. I can wear heels and like not look insane.
Like a giant?
Yeah, that would be, it always made me really insecure being like tall.
Yeah.
And now that everyone else is caught up, I feel better about it. But yeah, it still catches people off guard.
Everybody else is caught up. Okay, let's dive in. Hello, beautiful human. I am Zach, that is Dan,
Yo.
and that's Loren Gray.
Hey!
Woo!
When you mean caught up, you mean letting the internet know or making them aware? Because I guess when they first saw you post, they were like, oh, sister's huge.
Well, everyone, when they meet me in person, never expects me to be... I get two things that people say. It's either, oh, wow, you smell good, or you're a lot taller than I thought you were going to be. So it's one or the other, or both.
Do you ever go out without makeup on?
Where I live, yeah, because no one really cares. I don't live in the city.
Got it.
But other than that, nah. I mean, I do it every morning. It's just, part of my routine.
Like, you showcase both sides of yourself online, though, pretty consistently.
Yeah.
Were you always like that?
No, absolutely not. It took a while.
What side did you showcase more heavily?
Definitely the glam side. I mean, that's just what I'm comfortable with. But yeah, now that I'm getting older, I'm kind of starting to feel more comfortable with myself.
Can you do your own glam?
Yeah, I do it every day.
Do yourself, 100%?
Yeah, 100%.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Impressive. But what breeds, or like what leads to you giving less? Is it just the fact that you've been doing this since 2015?
I just don't care anymore, man. So many people have tried to tell me what to do and what to look like. I just don't care anymore. Nothing bothers me.
Nothing bothers you?
Not really. Not on the internet, no.
As you chart this career, because congratulations, you're a newly independent artist.
Thank you. Yeah.
As of February.
Yeah.
Piece of Work's a great record.
Thank you. Yeah, it's the beginning of what I think are even better songs. So, yeah.
Really? Like, what changes between you being a Capital Virgin and you being independent that leads to Piece of Work?
Everything. Dude, I signed to Capital when I was 16. And obviously it's exciting because
it's Capital.
It's Capital. It's, it's a big move. But then once you're actually in it, it's a lot different than what it's made out to be. And for me, it was a little bit disappointing because if you're not doing what they expect from you, or if you're, in my case, growing up and, wanting to mature and break out of this sort of my story, kids bop vibe, it's not always perceived well. And Queen, which was actually my best performing song to date other than Anti-Everything, that was my idea, my treatment. Everything was me, and it was on. Like,
by the label?
Yes, it was on. It was too mature. It was too sexy. It was too much, and nobody listened to me. And I feel like I was never on the same page with anyone. And no one takes you seriously when you're me. Ever.
Why? But you built this from nothing, no?
Yeah, you would think that people would be able to sort of wrap their heads around that and think, oh, maybe this girl does know something. But no, I just constantly got on.
What did you expect from it?
I think I just wanted to be heard, and I didn't really have any expectations. I just was hoping that, I was entering the music scene. I knew absolutely nothing, to be completely honest. I was just looking for guidance, but it wasn't guidance that I received. It was either this way or no way, and it was a shocker.
What did they expect from you?
To be honest, I can't really tell you because I thought that what I was doing was what they wanted, but there was a lot of weird, like, all of my budget was spent on the worst songs, and then when it came to stuff that I actually felt good about.
It was
There
gone.
was no nothing for it. I remember for Queen, my mom took the single art photo on my iPhone on portrait mode, and I put it in black and white because there was nothing happening. No budget, no nothing. It was like, if you want this to work, you're going to make it work. And that was basically every song after the first single.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And it was pointless. And they knew it. They knew it was pointless for me to be there. We weren't on the same page at all. I had maybe one person that was rooting for me in the beginning, the guy who signed me, my A&R, and then, he's no longer there. And then there was a whole new team that didn't know me, didn't really get to know me.
Yeah.
And there was just a huge disconnect, and I just wanted to do my own thing desperately.
So what do you learn from all that you take with you into Piece of Work?
Well, Piece of Work was actually a song that I wrote while I was with Capitol, and I was really lucky that they gave me the master for that song because I really wanted it because I thought it would be a great lead into everything that I'm doing. But yeah, I just had that song in the vault, and I was like, this would be a really cool one to sort of kick everything off.
So they knew that song existed, and they still let you go.
Sure did. Yeah, they sure did.
But you got it back. That's pretty cool.
I did, yeah, because I think that they I never did anything to, tarnish the relationship. I did what I was told. It just wasn't working out.
I'm picturing just like a bunch of old men telling you what you are and what the people your age want to hear.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. And I feel like for me, I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I did do everything this far myself. I didn't really have any marketing from them. It was all me and, my platform. So it was a lot of old men telling, 16, 17-year-old Loren that, this is what you need to do. And it just was not aligning with what I thought was cool. I mean, I cried the night my first single came out. I hated it. My parents were there and I was so upset. I hated the video. I hated everything about it. I was not excited. I knew people were going to on it. And it's really hard to come back from that. It really is because, you can only tell people so much. That wasn't me. That's not what I wanted for myself. But yeah, I just kind of have to pick up the pieces now and move forward. And
So why do you come back?
What, to music?
Yeah, I mean, because it's discouraging, right? Like putting out something that people think is attached to your reality, but the reality is it's not. Like it's so far from who you are.
Yeah, and I think that's a big part of it. I enjoy doing it, and after I left, I sort of got this group of people and producers and writers that I really, really connect with. And it was the first time that I felt like people listened to me beyond social media, Barbie girl, and actually listened to what I had to say and what I wanted to create. And that kind of reignited everything for me and made me passionate about my own project again, because for a while there I was so over it. I was like, man, I'm never gonna get to actually make what I want to make or what I think is cool, because whatever I do, nobody's gonna like it. It's not up to their standards. So
yeah, there's forces that are larger than you that are at play that are holding you back.
Yeah.
What's the first single that you put out? Was it My Story that you?
Yes.
My Story.
Hated it.
But why, in that situation, why did you even record it? Did they force you in a booth and say, you're recording this?
So it's a really messy entanglement. My manager at the time was also my boyfriend's manager, and he had managed him since he was 14. And I was sort of roped into that. He's actually credited, that manager's credited as a writer on My Story.
Oh my
That's how
God.
entangled
That's
it
gross.
was.
That's very
It's
not
double
kosher.
dipping. It's not professional. And it's really unfortunate. But like I said, I was new. I didn't understand. And I trusted these people. And I made that mistake 4 times with 4 different managers before I was in a situation where I actually am taken care of.
Wow.
Yeah.
You had 4 managers between that guy and where you're at today?
I had 4 managers from the beginning to now I'm on number 5. And I've been here for a year and everything's been going great. But I had first manager taking money from me. Second manager, it was just shady all the way around. It was weird. Third manager, was writing all my songs for some reason. Fourth one really messed me up because he made me feel like I wasn't. It was really weird. I don't even know how to explain it. It was abusive. It was crazy. He made me cry and yelled at me in front of people, and it was a whole
What?
mess of a situation, and tried to alienate me from my family, and it was a whole mess. But it took a lot of learning and a lot of being in really situations really young to figure it out.
I could not imagine going through that as a teenager.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah, it was a lot, and I trusted a lot of the wrong people.
It's easy to do that.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, obviously my mom was out here with me, but my mom isn't a stage mom. She doesn't get it. You know, she's not in it. So if I'm trusting someone and she thinks that they have the right intentions as well, then like, yeah, you know, and we were so family with these people that it was, yeah, a lot of backstabbing.
You truly are just a normal human being from Pottstown, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you get famous on Musically. Like, you used to make videos with hats on. Like,
Yeah.
the opposite of what we see here today.
Yeah, I mean, I've always just been trying to figure it out. And, you know, I started when I was 13 and a lot. And
Happens.
it happens. But I feel like I'm in a good place, and I'm glad that I went through all of that to figure out this.
Well, because now you're fully free.
Yeah, which is a really crazy feeling because I didn't even think that was an option. But
it is scary, yeah?
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because now it's up to me to make things happen and front costs when costs are tight and when it can be hard to find a budget and things like that to make cool stuff. That's the problem with being independent. But also when you're with a label, sometimes they don't even want, you know, they have more of an input. So it's give and take. But I like the position that I'm in right now.
The music video. It's crazy because, like, when I see you and I get your vibe and I knew you pre-piece of work, I feel like the path, like, for you is kind of clear. Like, you really could be a traditional pop star.
Yeah.
Truly. And you channel Jessica Simpson in that music video if I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
Kind of?
Yeah, that was the inspo. Jessica Simpson, obviously Britney. And,
Yes.
just that classic pop star. That's what I love. I love dancing. I love performing. And I was having this conversation the other day that a lot of previous managers that I had, one specifically, really ingrained it in my head that I needed to be writing music that was deep and powerful. And if I wasn't writing, you know, something that really meant something to me, then I'm not passionate about music. So I was really trying to dig deep, and making music wasn't fun anymore because I was, you know, revisiting things that I didn't even want to write about. So piece of work and what I'm writing now is I just want to have fun. It doesn't have to be this big soul search. I just want to have fun with my friends and make music that I like and dance. And I don't think that I have to necessarily like dig into my traumatic past and write about it, you know?
Yeah.
And I've had to like find where I fit and where I fall in making music.
That's, you know, it's interesting that you say that, like, because a lot of people, like, even would try to give false meaning to their really shallow songs.
Yeah, no, I just want to write a shallow song. What's wrong with that? I just want to dance.
And that's
Like,
okay.
It's fine. And obviously I have moments where I want to write about, different things in my life. But like, man, I just want to write about dancing. I'm happy right now. I have a great boyfriend. I have great friends. I'm at a great place in my life. And I want to be shallow. Like, yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that piece of work is this deep, meaningful song. It's not. It's just fun. Like, what's wrong with that?
Not one bit. And it's a great record.
Thank you.
It really is good. By the way, Can't Do It featuring Sweetie, another great record of yours. I really like you have some good songs.
Nobody
Yeah.
Loves a phenomenal song too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just sort of building up right now. I'm working on an album, which I'm really excited for. My friends that I've been working with are incredible producers and writers, and they get it. And I feel like we've really been able to curate a sound, which I was looking for so long.
What is it? How would you describe it? The sound.
So it's definitely pop. We have some really cool guitars. They're actually like like a punk rock group. There's like 3 guys, and they like got the hair and the crop top and the eyeliner. So it's sort of like piece of work blended with their style, which is what I, what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway.
It's okay.
Is resonate?
Yeah, resonate. It's music you resonate with.
First of all,
Yeah, dude.
yeah, sure, go with Dan.
Go with that.
I wouldn't trust Dan one bit.
But
when it comes to
I know
words.
that word, and that makes sense.
I was gonna see if that made sense. I didn't want to say anything that sounds silly, but yeah, I really resonate with the sound that they have, and I want to bring my own thing to it. So yeah, we've been making some really sick. We've got like dance breaks and some really cool shit, so I'm excited.
Who were the 3 guys?
So their names are Bardo, Cole, and Brent, and their band is Beauty School Dropout, and they're the coolest people I've ever met. They're so much cooler than me.
How do you meet them?
So it was a session that was set up, not through Capital, but I just show up, that's how sessions work. They're on your calendar and you show up, and most of the time you don't like the song and you've wasted time. But I really, really loved working with them, and they actually listened to me, which never happens because people take one look at me and go, nah, I know what you should be doing. And then I leave with nothing. So yeah, I found the people that I like, and I've been sticking with them.
What do you think fuels that like instant judgment?
I don't even know. I think it's just the way that I look. It's really unfortunate too, because I feel like people just take one look at me. It's the same with the label. It's the same with the internet. It's always been the same story of people take one look at me and they're like, nah, this is where you belong. And I feel like I have so much more to offer than that. I posted a TikTok that I finished my first semester of college with straight A's. And if you read the comments on that, people will believe anything but the fact that I could actually get an A. Like, no, she's paying for it. She knows someone. I'm going to community college. You don't just pay people in community college.
Why though?
I don't know,
Is
dude.
it you mentioned Barbie before? Is it because they look at you like this tall blonde Barbie girl and they're like, she's not smart. She has
She's
no
stupid.
talent.
Yeah.
She's just a pretty
She can't
tall
do
blonde girl.
anything. Just sit there and be cute. And if you try to do anything else, no. And that's been the case pretty much my entire life. Even before social media, it's always been that way. And I feel like I'm constantly trying to prove myself. I don't really care anymore. Like, it. If I want to write a shallow song, I'm going to be shallow. I'm going to dance on a car and be like, oh, yeah, look at me. I'm so hot. Like, I'm sick of trying to prove to people that there's more to me. If they don't want to believe it, then they don't.
Do you think it's just the adults, or do you think that your audience started with you when you were so young and they're seeing you now and they're like, whoa, what's happening to the old Loren?
I think a lot of them get it. Obviously, the older you get, when you start so young, people are going to see the transition. Most of my audiences has seen actually a positive change, I think, even from like my music and now that I found a stable group of friends and they can see that I'm happier. But there's a lot of adults that really hate me. You would be so shocked. I posted a TikTok promoting the music video, and there was like grown-ass women duetting the video, finding anything that they could think of to say. And I was like, man, y'all are so bored. Mm-hmm. Y'all will believe anything other than that I can do something.
When you look back at like how you got here, what do you attribute the success to?
Honestly, I worked really hard. I moved out here with my mom, and I was consistent, and I kept doing it. I mean, my parents aren't rich. I wasn't handed anything. And I also think that's what people assume a lot of the time is that I was, sort of came out of this factory of blonde white girls that are, pushed into a record label. That's not what happened. My family made a lot of sacrifices so that I could be here. My dad lived on his own for almost 3 years. My parents are still together. Like, wow. We only saw him a couple times. But I think that made me want to work even harder. And I was never satisfied with where I was at. I've always wanted to do more and be more and prove to people that I am more, which is exhausting.
But it takes intelligence to get here.
I think so. I mean, I'm not allowed to be smart, but
Nope.
I think it takes a little
Can't
bit
do
of
that.
something. No, not me. Not me. Anyone else.
Does the date March 25th, 2020 matter to you?
Well, what day is that?
It's the day you became, well, it's technically the day that you were dethroned as the most followed person on TikTok.
Oh my gosh,
You're-
I don't even remember.
Your reign lasted a year and 5 days.
Okay, can I just say something?
Yes.
My reign only existed because Lisa and Lena deactivated. They were the number one, and then they deactivated their TikTok. So I was number one by default.
Yeah, but you lasted a year.
Oh, yeah. Go me.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't really care. And I know that anyone can say that and be really hurt and affected by it, but I don't. I just want to have fun.
I believe you when you say that.
Yeah.
You can tell some people are lying when they say that, but I actually believe when you say you don't
I
care.
give a Like, I remember my comments were flooded that Charlie passed you, and I was like, cool. Charlie's 16 at the time. I think she was like 15 or 16. I was like, cool. Let her have her moment. I mean, I'm doing other things, and obviously I'm grateful that I have such a huge platform on TikTok. Obviously, it's gotten me so far, and that's awesome. But I just don't care, and it never stood out to me as like a moment.
Does somebody come to you and say, hey, just wanted to let you know, you're no longer number one?
Pretty much the whole internet. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, it was all right.
How often do you look at numbers, or are numbers not important at all in terms of like both followers and how many likes did this get, or what's the response?
I've tried to stop checking as much. Obviously, it's part of my job to keep an eye on that because, you know, it's part of the game. But I try not to pay as much attention to it because it really, really messes me up.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I post something that I'm excited about and it doesn't do well or doesn't perform well, that can really mess with your head. Because you're like, man, people don't like what I like, and that sucks. But I try not to look at it anymore, and I try to step away from it.
Well, I think an example of that is the music. You could post like some dumb video about, you know, a shopping haul and it gets 3 million views, and you'll post something you worked really hard on, like a music video, and it gets a third of it. You're like, what the hell is happening here?
Yeah, and I think that's sort of something that a lot of artists and influencers are faced with. You know, the stuff that you want people to watch isn't always what they're going to watch. You know, they want to watch drama and they want to watch all that kind of stuff. But if you're proud of it, I've realized that if I'm proud of something, I'm going to post it regardless. And I try not to think about it as much.
Speaking of drama,
Here
Oh
we
my
go.
gosh, what is
no,
this?
you posted this.
I'm so
You're
scared.
fighting JoJo Siwa.
Oh, this was in my notes too.
This is in your notes?
Yeah.
So funny.
Okay, I love JoJo, and that was a call out just for her to punch me in the face. Just for that. I've met her a couple times. She's so much more than people give her credit for.
Truth.
She's a genius.
Mm-hmm.
She's so smart. When you talk, it gives me chills. When you talk to her, she knows what's going on. You know, I feel like people underestimate her a lot. But yeah, I'd let her punch me in the face. That's what that was about.
So not boxing.
I'd get in the ring and I would put the gloves on, but I wouldn't hit her. I just let her hit me.
Is there somebody you'd want to hit?
No, I don't care about anyone enough.
Is there a paycheck big enough to take part in a celebrity boxing match?
Oh, absolutely. I'll get my ass beat for a check. I don't care.
How much?
I don't know, man. It'd have to be the right bag, but we'll see.
Like, what is the right bag to Loren Gray?
I don't know. If I'm getting hit, it's got to be like, it's got to be up there.
6 figures? 7 figures?
We're talking like 6 figures, 7 figures. Yeah.
Dan, you want to?
I got a mortgage, man. I got a
Yeah, you
pay.
did buy a house.
I did.
It seems like you moved out of Los Angeles, like right in there. Did you do that on
Yes.
purpose?
Yes.
Why is that?
I'm a suburban girl. I don't think I'm cut out for like living in LA. It drives me crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel the need to be in LA. It doesn't make me happy. I have a really awesome backyard and my neighbors are cool, and I mean, I'm happy where I'm at, and I got a lot for my money. So that was another thing that really made me happy.
Do you socialize out there? Do you have friends that are exclusive? Because you're far, sister.
No, I don't have friends, but the friends that I do have make the trip.
Got it.
My best friend lives in between LA and where I live, so
Great.
she's only like 20 minutes away. And yeah, everyone else is. I'll have like a little get together every couple weeks. They'll make the trip. We'll hang out, but I don't need to see people every day. You know, I have my boyfriend, my dog, cat, fish.
Do you live with your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, mazel.
Yeah, he lives with me, and he actually is mixing and mastering everything that I do. So he mixed and mastered a piece of work.
Really?
He's doing the
Cool.
album, yeah. So he comes in handy.
Is he a music guy?
Yeah, he's incredibly talented. He has a band and he has his own solo project, but he's really into like the behind the scenes stuff right now. It's like his thing. He knows more than I will ever know.
Sick.
How do you guys meet?
Instagram.
Really?
Yeah.
Who slid into whose DMs?
So I followed him and he was like, "Who is this?" Because all my fan pages started following him.
Yeah.
And he followed me back. And then I'd say like a couple weeks later, he swiped up on one of my stories. I was watching like The Nightmare Before Christmas or something dumb. And we were friends for a while before we started dating. But yeah, and then we got together and the rest is history.
Wait, you just followed this person out of the blue?
Yeah, he was hot.
How, like, what? He was on your Discover?
I saw him comment on like someone else's picture and I was like, who is that?
Wow.
Because you know it comes up at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's like, who is that? I clicked on it. I was like, oh. But he covers his face in all of his photos. Like from his mouth, like his nose down. So at the time, he has more pictures of his face now that he started dating me because I was like, you need to cut the. But I didn't know what he looked like really. I was like, oh, the top half of his face is really hot. I wonder what the bottom half looks like. So yeah, I invited him over and I had my friends there because I was like, I can't just have someone in my house like
From,
without
an Instagram
from Instagram.
stranger?
Like I don't know, but he pulled up and I was like, yeah, he's hot, cool.
Is his name Dyson?
Yeah, he's locked out of his Instagram right now. He's been out for like 11 weeks.
Wait, that's his real name?
No, his name's Kyle.
Oh,
Yeah, his name's Kyle. That's like his artist thing, but
Dan, do you have a photo of him to pull up? Like, what's up?
Yeah, well, he covers his face in a lot of these.
Yeah, that's what I'm
looking
saying.
for. I don't think he has his full face in any of these.
He's made some appearances.
Oh, here he is. How do you know? Actually, let me pull this up before I ask a different question to distract us. Hold on.
Giving Dan a piece of technology to work during these conversations.
There he
Oh my
is.
god, that picture is like so
Which
old.
one? Is he holding the ball?
No,
it's
he's on the
one with
he's on the
tattoos
left.
on the bottom.
Oh, wow. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, that's the boy.
Giddy up.
How do you know that someone's not using you for you and they actually like you?
Well, I think a lot of my exes did. And
So you learn from that.
You learn from that, but actually he wasn't really didn't really even want a public relationship, and we weren't public for a while, and I feel like that helps a lot, just seeing if they can like last without being on the internet. But I mean, you can see his Instagram, he posts like once a year. He doesn't care, and he's happy doing the behind the scenes stuff. He likes it. And I mean, as you can see, he's locked out of his Instagram right now.
Doesn't
and,
matter to
I mean,
him.
I can't do anything about that, so I've tried.
You can't. I feel like if anybody could help, you could help.
We're trying. It's hard because Instagram's a tricky place to get help, but
Yeah, they are difficult.
difficult.
They really are.
But yeah, 11 weeks ago, I guess, he decided that he didn't want to look at Instagram anymore. It's taking up too much of his time, and he deleted it, but he didn't remember his password. So
Got it.
yeah.
Bravo.
Yeah, go him. I mean,
Well-
mental health break.
I'm glad you're happy.
Yeah.
And
I'm
he's
awesome.
normal.
He's so normal. We went to Texas a couple weeks ago. We drove there to hang out with his family, and I get along really well with his sisters. They're awesome, and that's really rare. So, yeah, I'm happy. I like him. I like his family. He likes mine, I think.
Mazel tov. I saw your TikTok about not being able to go get a glass of water at your boyfriend's parents' house.
Yeah, that was like a half joke. They're cool. They'd be cool with me getting a glass of water, but it's always like that.
Yeah.
You never want to go alone.
Really nerve-wracking.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's cool. It's good life stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you working on this album actively with him in the house, yeah?
Yeah, so I did a writing camp, I would say like last month.
This thing? I'm loving this screen we got here. Hold on. This.
Yeah. So we got a house and we just stayed there for a week and woke up, made music, went to sleep, did it every day for a
Sick.
week. We got like, I would say 5 really solid songs out of that. Did like a scratch vocal. We didn't actually cut them yet. I have to go back and do that. And then we're going to do another one for like the second half of the album. And then we're going to call it a day. And I'm going to put it out because why not? Why not?
All your own money.
Yeah, dude.
The last time we talked to you, you were learning to cut vocals at your house. Are you still doing that?
Yeah, I still do that. I actually sometimes like doing it when they're around. I like doing it with them because they have good constructive criticism, which I need, because if I do it myself, I don't know, I'll use probably the worst takes. So I like to have other people's opinions. But yeah, I still do it by myself if I need to. That was like a quarantine thing. Now that we're getting back, I'd rather record with other people. And it just makes it more fun. Sitting in my room by myself recording vocals is not fun. It's like,
Yeah, it's lonely and isolating.
it's so lonely. And you have to be so quiet. Everyone in the house has to be quiet. Yeah.
Look at those photos. What a house.
It looks fun.
Yeah, we wrote a song in that pool.
Oh, sick.
When you're at one of these, how much time is actually spent working and how much time is spent just hanging out and partying?
She's the boss and paying for everything, so people better be
working. Nah, we kind of split up. So there was actually multiple rooms. I brought my studio so that if another producer came and wanted to work, they could just plug their laptop in. I had my speakers and stuff. My boyfriend actually set that up. I take that back. I didn't set it up. He brought my stuff and set it up. And then he went home. But yeah, we had a couple rooms going. They'll produce. Everyone will bounce around and write. And once we get an idea going that everyone's stoked on, we'll all sit there. But, you know, people will go up to the pool and hang out. It's really no pressure. And I feel like that's when the best songs happen, is when it's not pressure.
Who's bringing these writers together? Who's A&Ring this?
So we kind of go off of the relationships that, like, the producers have. They introduced me to Amelia, and they actually write too. So they write. This girl Amelia, who's incredible, she wrote on a lot of the songs. Bardo, who's producing, his sister's a writer. So it's very like close. It's not like we're bringing in
Strangers.
this huge top liner who had a hit on New Music Friday a couple weeks back. You know, it's people who are excited. I feel like that's something that I really needed, was people who are excited to be around me and want to make music with me. And yeah, we're not doing anything crazy. It's just kind of family.
What story are you telling right now with the album? Do you know? Has it presented itself yet?
The story.
My story.
So my story. No, it's more of just having fun, because I haven't gotten to do that. So this is the first time that I've been able to sit in a room with people that I like and feel myself and be like, yeah, let's dance and feel hot and write a song about it. And I feel like I'm at this really pivotal point in my life where I'm transitioning from girl on the internet to young woman. And it's a really empowering moment. And, you know, discovering my own identity and sexuality and feeling empowered through that. So that's where this album is for me. And obviously we have the breakup songs and the ballads that we're working on, because right now I just have a bunch of like dance songs. So we're gonna work on the more ballady ones. But it's hard to write sad songs when you're not sad.
Yeah.
I just want to have a good time.
Shallow fun.
Yes, dude.
Here for it.
Nothing wrong with it. And I can always write breakup songs. Those are my favorite songs to write. So even if I'm happy and in love, I can still, you know, I've been through a lot. I can dig deep and find some stuff to write about. But yeah, just kind of experimenting and making something fun.
I'm excited for this album to come, just because I want to
It's
know what an
awesome.
independent Lauren Gray album sounds like, and
The
it's a
songs
debut
are
album.
awesome. Yes, it is, and it's the first time that I've actually been excited about something. Like, I think the songs are great. I listen to them. I never listened to my own music before, and I'm excited about it.
Last time we talked to you was Cake. How do you feel about Cake?
It was cool. It, like I said, I thought that I wasn't embarrassed by it, but I wasn't excited about it. And again, the excitement wasn't there from everyone else, so it was hard. And I just sort of had to like get out of that and
Yeah.
take a break and take a minute and be like, dude, what do I want to do? And that's when I left Capitol.
And now you're doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
Well, you did mention ballads, and I read in another interview that you did say, I don't have the most incredible voice. I'm not the best writer.
No, you know what? I will be the first one to say that I am not the best singer. I'm not Mariah Carey. I'm not Ariana Grande. And I've only been writing for a couple years. It's not like I can walk in and be like, yeah, I know everything there is to know about writing a song. My songs are smashes. My songs are hits. Because some of them aren't. Like, some of them are great and I like them because I wrote them. But I feel like that's the only way that you can grow, you know, is to admit, yo, I'm not the best and I'm gonna get better. And this is a stepping stone to do that.
Yeah, if every day you started your day saying, I'm the best writer in existence, then there's nowhere else
Then
to go.
you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And I mean, music for me is an outlet. It's fun. I enjoy it. And I feel like that's what it always should have been. And I feel like I probably would have had a lot more growth that way if I was just having fun and doing it because I enjoyed it, not because someone was telling me what to do. But now that I'm there, yeah, okay, like I'm not the best singer, but I love doing it and I love performing and I'm getting better.
You're an
I'm
amazing
19.
dancer, too.
Thank you. That I am good at.
Yeah.
That I am good at. I'm also not a bad singer. I tell myself a lot because everyone else on me, but I'm not that bad. I'm not obviously terrible, and I enjoy it. And I think I've gotten way better since I first started. Dancing, I will say I'm good at. I will pipe myself up on that because I am good at that.
Is singing just repetition, or are you taking vocal lessons?
Yeah, so I have vocal lessons. I go to Nick Cooper, who's awesome, and he helped me a lot. Obviously, since quarantine, it's been hard to get in with someone. I feel like in person, it's always way more beneficial to like have someone there to tell you what you're doing wrong. But yeah, I'm still working on it, and I'm really talking down on myself. I am not a bad singer. I'm just saying I'm not the best, and I don't claim to be. It's just something that I enjoy doing.
Do you have a date set for the album in your head?
I don't have a date set. I know we're hoping a couple singles before or around September, and then September I'll go and do the second half of the album, and hopefully after that.
Boom.
Boom. That's how it should be.
Look at
Why
that.
does everything have to be so complicated?
You call your own shots.
Yeah, I want to.
Kind of scary, though.
It is a little scary. It's a little scary, but it means so much more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everyone's like, who paid for it? I did. I paid for it. It was expensive. So it better be good. This was the first music video where my notes were so detailed. I was like, this shot needs to be different. I looked weird here. Like, it's the first time where I've really watched a video because I'm like, yeah, this video is expensive. Like, let's nitpick.
And every second costs money.
Yeah, dude, everything. And I'm realizing costs that I did not know existed before, and I'm like, yeah, I get it. It's expensive.
It's wild.
Yeah, and especially like, I feel like people should realize if someone's independent and they're making music, they really want to do it.
Yes.
Because it is so expensive to be an independent artist. It's ridiculous. I mean, obviously, everyone works, so everyone deserves to be paid. It's not that. It's just if someone's independent and they're making music, it's something that they want to do.
Yeah, it's you're laying it all on the line.
Yeah,
Because when it's all over, you could be left with nothing or everything.
exactly. It's an investment.
Truly.
Yeah.
By the way, if you want to listen to Piece of Work, link in the description below. What were you about to say?
You mentioned that you were going from a social media star, YouTube star, to musician. Is that why you've kind of stepped back from making YouTube videos?
Honestly, I still like making YouTube videos. It wasn't a conscious decision. I never really was a YouTuber. I sort of made YouTube videos because I liked to, but I feel like my interests just shifted a little bit. Honestly, I don't really have anything to, like, I used to do vlogs a lot. I don't know what I'd be vlogging now.
I mean, you
Yeah.
could vlog the process of your album, get people excited for that.
Yeah, but I have like an IGTV series where I do all the behind the scenes.
Okay.
And there's the behind the scenes of the writing camp coming on that. So it's just a lot of recording, a lot of behind the scenes, a lot of, I feel like everything's already recorded. And I also feel like, and this could be a hot take because this is all I see, but my whole YouTube recommended is drama videos.
Yes.
And that's all it is. Like if I post what I posted 2 years ago now, it would do terribly because it's all drama. And that's how I feel at least. And that's what comes up for me. And so I don't even really, I only watch music videos or whatever's coming out. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of negative. It kind of hurts. I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, you and Bryce Hall did fail to prank the internet. Was that your attempt at being a part of that?
Yes. He called me and I was like, random because I don't really talk to Bryce anymore. We used to be great friends, but I don't know. We're doing our own things.
Like a long time ago, or how long?
Yeah, we used to be friends on like YouNow. Like we used to hang out
What?
in Maryland with like Jacob Sartorius. Yeah.
Whoa.
He was like one of my first 3 friends on social media when I was 13. Wow. Yeah. So we go way back.
Wait, so you, Bryce, and Jacob Sartorius?
Yeah.
Hashtag TBT.
Yeah, no It was
Oh.
crazy.
Jacob Sartorius hates me. Story for another day.
Hey, this
Does
isn't a
he
drama
actually?
channel.
This isn't a drama channel.
Wait, now I need to know the tea.
Well, let's go to Bryce first, then we'll get to
Yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah, we have to get to Jacob because that's hilarious.
Wait, so-
That's so funny.
So this Bryce
Yeah. calls
calls you out of the blue
Yeah.
after not talking to you since your YouNow days.
No. We've talked in between there. We've
Oh.
talked, but like, I don't know.
Casual hellos.
Casual, hey, but like he's
Looking
doing his
good.
thing.
And you drifted apart.
Yeah, like that happens. I pretty much drifted apart from everyone
Yeah.
because I'm a recluse.
You live in another country.
Literally. So, yeah, but he called me and I was like, it's a far drive, but I mean, I guess. Yeah, it was a failed prank. It was
What-
really flopped.
What was the prank? Clearly, I failed.
We were
I don't
supposed to
know.
be like holding hands, and then the paparazzi was supposed to like catch us holding hands, and I only agreed to do it because he actually cut it out, but I said give me Addison's number so I can hear from her mouth that she's okay with this and isn't gonna hate me afterwards. And she said yeah, so I was like okay, cool, like she's in on it, whatever. And I went. And yeah, he had his mic on, so everyone knew that he was filming a YouTube video and the prank flopped. So yes, I drove to LA for the prank to flop.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Bryce really focusing
Although
on
there
those
is
details.
one really interesting thing that came out of that. Trisha Paytas was talking about me on Frenemies, and she said that girl that no one knows, and I was like, damn, she's talking about me, huh? And
Trisha said that about you?
yeah, cause she was talking about it. I was like, oh my god, like Trisha Paytas she's gonna talk about me, and that was my big moment. Was Trisha was like, yeah, that girl that no one knows, and I was like,
Humbling.
humbling moment. Yeah, but she follows me on Twitter.
Trish
I was
the
like,
fish.
I was like, Trisha.
We just got Trisha's wedding invite in the mail.
We have one outside.
Well, I definitely didn't get one. She don't know me.
Nobody does.
But we're mutuals.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know.
But do you watch Frenemies? Like, you enjoy the drama channels? You just don't want to be a part of it?
I watched Frenemies because I liked their relationship.
Yeah.
And I was I always need to listen to something in the car, and they were entertaining to listen to. So that was like the only thing that I really watched on YouTube or listened to when I'm driving. So yeah, that's how I heard. I got so hyped. I was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna talk about me. And then she said that. I was like,
But no.
nah, it's all right though. I think she's hilarious.
Trish, you want to come? You can be my plus one to her wedding.
Plus one to Trisha's
He's
wedding.
wanna
like, who's
come?
this girl? Why is she here?
Yeah, I should be like, oh wait, it's that girl that no one knows.
We literally have 3 different invitations and 3 different plus ones available. So
Damn. Yeah, I'll pull up.
You can go with him. I'll bring your boyfriend.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Cool. I wonder what the theme is. I'm excited.
I think I'll show.
Is it really?
No, you have to wear white.
Oh, it's a white.
You can wear white to
she
the
wants
wedding?
everybody in white.
Oh, she's gonna be wearing all black, guaranteed. There's no
I don't want to
doubt
give
about
many details. It's her wedding.
Yeah,
Like,
it's her wedding.
I'm not.
And Gerard Way is gonna be there. Nah, I wish.
it. Oh, she was actually on our couch like a month ago, and she was saying that her dream is to have Gerard Way perform at her wedding.
Why do I feel like Loren Gray is a real Trisha Paytas fan and knows that she was on our couch a month ago and knows her obsession with Gerard Way?
I saw clips, but I know her obsession with Gerard Way because I also have one.
Yeah.
And she's doing The Ghost of You right now.
You are a real Trisha fan.
Nice. Yeah, a little bit. I like watching her. She's creative.
She is.
If anything, all drama aside, whatever, I don't even know. She's creative and she's hilarious.
I'd FaceTime her right now if she wasn't spending $150,000 to rent out a beach so she could recreate some My Chemical Romance
That's what
video.
I mean. If someone wants to make something, you know they want to do it.
Yeah, dude.
Because that's expensive.
She is all in, and she always goes beyond. You know.
She's yes, but that's what's so great, and that's why I watch because I'm like, dude, yeah, she got the whole outfit, killing it.
Dude, she sat where you were sitting and her bangs were dripping grease. It was insane.
Oh boy, it's so on brand.
Yeah.
It's so on brand.
Well, because when you are she is just herself.
Yeah.
I do feel like she, you find this sometimes when you're just yourself, you manage to be on brand all the time because you just are the brand at all times.
It just is. Yeah.
It just is.
Mm-hmm.
There's no act, no bullshit.
Yeah.
Nothing.
She just exists.
Do you put on an act on the internet at all, or is the Loren we're seeing here the Loren that is Loren all the time?
I think that this is just me all the time, honestly. If you asked me that question 2 years ago, it probably would have been a different answer, but I don't really care anymore. I have nothing to lose. I think I'm cool. Like, I don't know.
Were you ever worried of like not knowing who you really were? Because like there's so much internet, like just you put so much out there that may not be you. You lose track of who you could be.
Absolutely. And I think that this whole like COVID, I know it sounds so cliche, but it was really like I had a lot of self-reflecting and I was like, damn, I'm really sad. Like this sucks. I don't like myself. I don't like the stuff that I put out. Like it sucks. And I mean, obviously I didn't have some dramatic appearance change and I, came out a whole different person, but I just stopped caring as much and had more fun and made friends with the people that I wanted to be friends with, not the people that were gonna bring views, because that's something that I can't, I physically can't make myself do that. I can't be in a group of people. I actually went to a party recently and it's so depressing. Like the influencer parties, I'm not gonna lie, they're depressing. You look around and everyone's just so bored and no one's really friends. And I'm like, man, this sucks. Like I love having my friends, like my boyfriend's sisters and whoever else, my makeup artist and hair, like those are my friends. And I have way more fun that way. And I played the game for so many years that I can't do it anymore. It's draining.
How old are you?
19.
Wow. You're already jaded, already over it.
I'm over it. No, it's not even that I'm too cool. It just it makes me sad, and it does nothing for my soul and my well-being. It just drains me, and I don't need to be a part of it. I've realized that I can be successful without being attached to other people and being at Boa Steakhouse. I don't know where people go anymore.
Boa,
But
Saddle.
you know what? You look at those influencers' Instagram stories, and it looks like it's the most fun in the world. And like you said, you go there, and you're like, this sucks.
It looks like so much fun, and they're like posting, and they got like film cameras and pull up, and you're like, man, this is sad, and it sucks because y'all aren't really friends.
No.
Y'all just take pictures together, and I don't know.
It's one of the weirdest things I've ever witnessed in my life.
And nothing really feels genuine. It just feels like everyone, and I feel like that's part of the reason why I left, because I was like, I don't need to be here. I'm happy. I mean, I hang out with my boyfriend every day. I'm still not sick of him, and I feel like that's saying a lot. So.
Why did you go to that party in the first place? Because I know you're not a big partier.
I had a little too much apple juice. I got in a car and I ended up there, and then I the apple juice wore off real fast, and I was like, wait, how did I get here? And like, this sucks.
Whose party?
I don't even know whose party it was. It was at the Hype House, but it was like uninhabited by any of the Hype House people. It was like the old one that was like way up on that hill that looked like a hotel. Because I recognized it because I'd been there before, and I I looked around and it like those houses are so nice, but there's like pizza on the floor. And
Like a frat house.
Like a frat house.
It's
yeah.
gross.
And you walk down the hallway and there's just people crashed down in different rooms. And I'm like, ew, I feel icky. I want to go home.
Like, truth. And I feel like everybody sees these houses and they see them on camera through these very unique lenses shot at this unique angle that hides all the trash and the sadness. And
there's like White Claw cans everywhere and like people are passed out and it's like, dude, yeah, nah. I like having clean fun. I like being in a safe environment where I feel looked after and I feel like people actually care about me. That's the kind of fun that I like.
Oh, that sounds like healthy fun.
Healthy fun. I like fun that I'm not going to wake up the next morning and be like, that sucked, and I hate everyone that I was with. What the f*** is that?
Amen.
The very last thing I wanted to bring up,
Oh.
and this is the best thing you've ever done, is adopt a one-eyed cat.
Oh, Poppy.
Hold on, we're gonna make this work. Just
And
Yeah,
that's when
pull him
Dan
up.
fell in love with you.
That's when I said I like this girl.
Yeah, that's Poppy. He's the cutest little kitty in the world.
Look at that little one-eyed cat. Why'd you decide to get a one-eyed cat?
So I was not planning on it. I went to PetSmart because my dog was on her period, and I was like, cool, I need to get diapers. She's bleeding everywhere. So I went, and I was getting diapers. Got the wrong ones, but I looked at the cats behind the glass, and the woman happened to be walking by. She's like, oh, you want to go in, pet him? I was like, yeah. So she opens the door, and there's like a mom and a baby, and I'm looking, and they're all cute. And she goes, this one is the nicest, but he has one eye. And I was like,
Yeah, you need
bring it to me. And he was instantly like so sweet. I actually thought he was a girl for the first couple months because his records were conflicting. I think he had a sister, and I think that they kind of grouped them together on their records. So, and also his name's Poppy. So I thought, girl, I don't know. That may have been like rude to assume, but yeah, he's awesome. And he started doing this thing now where he climbs on my headboard. His depth perception is off.
Got it.
So if he's going to jump on something, he does miss quite a bit. But he's really helpful. There's a lizard that came in the house. He got it.
Oh, wow.
He kills it, literally.
Sick.
He's out here, and he's awesome. And I have a cat back home so it's a nice change of pace with cats.
I love it. Oh,
Yeah.
here's another picture. You got another one?
Oh.
Yeah, that's when he was a kitty. You know, he's still so small, though. He's tiny for a cat. And yeah, I have a fish. I have my cat, I have my dog, and they're
And a
all
boyfriend.
great. And a boyfriend, yeah, who is a huge help. Like,
How old do you feel?
I feel at least mid-20s, dude.
Okay.
Like, there's a lot. Sometimes I have moments. The other night I had my boyfriend's sisters over, and their boyfriends, and one of their boyfriends was taking a shower upstairs, and I heard what sounded like rain inside the house, and I was like, oh, it's raining in here. And I was like, wait, no, it's raining in here. Went to the dining room, just water pouring from the vent.
What?
And I own this house now, so
you called nobody
there's-
except for you.
There's no one to call. Mom's not there, and I'm just watching. So I like get a bucket and we like put it under and put towels all around it. And I was freaking out because I'm like, they're gonna have to cut into the wall.
Yeah.
Like this is real. This is like real life. And it ended up being the plumber came out and he was like, nah, you just need a new shower head. Just leaked a little, and I was like, oh, cool. He didn't charge me though. Sweet guy.
Oh, what?
Yeah, shout out Vinny.
Vinny.
Shout out Vinny.
Final thoughts there, Daniel.
I think I pulled up enough.
Awesome. Anything else?
No, I think we're good.
Cool.
Piece of work.
Yes.
Oh, you're about to say something.
No, that was it. I was just laughing. Having a good time.
Piece of work. That is the new single. Link in the description below. Loren Gray, everybody.
Woo!
Woo! Hey, beautiful human. Thanks for watching our full interview, but I get it. Like, a full interview is a lot. So we got a clips channel. We don't expect you to watch the full thing anymore, so we just gave you the highlights. Please subscribe and notifications and all that stuff. Okay, cool. I love you.